talk. Okay.
Make sure you speak directly into the microphone.
Okay.
And state whenever you and your witness are ready.
Thank you, Judge.
Good morning.
Morning.
Could you please state your name and spell your last name?
My name is Caroline Schwitzsky. It's spelled SCHWITZKY
Ms. Schwitzsky, do you know someone by the name of Cole Goldberg?
Yes.
Do you see him in the room?
Yes.
Could you please point to him and describe what he's wearing for us?
Yes. He's wearing a nice gray suit.
May the record reflect that the victim is identified to the defendant. How do you know Mr. Goldberg?
We dated for 9 months.
Was this back in 2021, 2022?
Yes.
Do you remember when you started dating him?
The exact month? No.
How did you guys meet?
We met at the Hard Rock at a dare party. He was one of the promoters there, and he was very nice. He offered me a drink, and he was just a good host.
Okay, so he was a club promoter, you were at the club.
Yes.
Okay. And you guys started dating shortly after that?
Yes.
And when you started the relationship with Mr. Goldberg, did you already have children from a previous relationship?
Yes.
Okay. And how many children did you have at that time?
At that time, I had 3.
And how old were you in 2022, if you can do the math for us?
Probably like 32, around there.
Okay. Were you dating Cole Goldberg on April 24th, 2022?
Yes.
Did you guys attend an event called Boca Bash on that day?
Yes.
Is that in Palm Beach County?
Yes.
Was it the first time that you had ever attended that event?
Yes.
What was your understanding of what the event would be?
A bunch of boats just gathering and having a good time, a little bit of networking. You would meet like the boat owners and things of that nature.
On that day, were you on probation for a case in Miami-Dade?
Yes.
Who did you go to the event with?
I went with Cole, and I think one of his friends was like Sebas, I think, and then it was his dad, and then like a bunch of young girls.
So Sebas' dad?
Yeah, he was there with us.
Okay, so it wasn't Cole's dad, it was Sebas' dad, Sebas, and then some girls.
Exactly.
Okay. Around what time do you think you arrived to Boca Bash?
Like around 11-ish, 12-ish. It was early. It could have been earlier, but I don't remember.
Were you still living in Miami at the time?
Yes.
Did you arrive out that day?
No.
Okay, so were you coming from the Palm Beach County area when you went to Boca Bash?
Yes.
Okay, and Boca Bash happened in Palm Beach County?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Were you drinking that day?
Yes, I had a few drinks.
How many drinks do you estimate you had?
So I'm not a big drinker, so if I had to take a guess, it probably was like 3 to 5.
Was there any time in the day that you were drinking seltzers with Mr. Goldberg and kind of shotgunning them or doing anything like that?
Yeah, that was like a thing that his friends would do. They would shotgun seltzers.
Okay, so
I couldn't drink the whole one because it was a lot, but I would try and participate.
okay, so you were drinking intermittently throughout the whole day.
Right. They had told me, do not drink because you're under the sun. Like, be careful, be cautious. So I always had that in the back of my mind. So I didn't drink. I wasn't comfortable enough to drink, especially because we went from one boat to another boat. Nothing, our friends left us there, so we were now on a stranger's boat. So it wasn't the luxury of enjoying myself. It was more in the beginning I had a few drinks, and then toward then I kind of just was watching more.
Is it safe to say that majority of people at Boca Bash that you were around knew Cole but didn't know you? Or that you weren't like their friends, they were Cole's friends that maybe you had hung out with before?
Yeah, they were a few close friends. I remember like a fight broke out, and that was like his ex-girlfriend's boyfriend.
Unresponsive.
And a lot of like, it was just a lot of people that knew him, and then they knew of me through Instagram, and and it was just, yeah. It was,
So you said it, so I'm gonna go there now. What is your occupation?
So I'm an entertainer. I've been in reality TV my whole life, TV shows, commercials, and then in 2013 I started a talent agency.
Okay, so safe to say you have kind of been doing this for, at this point, over 10 years when you are with Cole.
The entertainment?
Any kind of entertainment
Yeah.
industry?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Does that include being in music videos?
Yes.
Does that include shaving your head for money?
Yes.
Does that include going on TV shows?
Well,
as you said?
technically that was like a hair campaign, but yes.
Okay, so that was kind of like a charity thing?
Yes.
Okay. But it was recorded and disseminated on the internet and things like that?
Yes.
Okay. And going on Instagram and having the amounts of followers that you have, it's based off of kind of what your acting and your entertainment business is for?
Yes.
Okay. And you keep up with that to this day?
Yes.
How was Cole acting throughout that day?
So that morning he wasn't really happy with me. I had made a comment before we left, and I had said that this was like not going anywhere.
Objection, hearsay.
So his mood had changed. Oh, sorry. Do I continue?
You do, but wait until he answers and I'll let you know if you can answer.
Okay.
Okay? So he said overruled, you can't answer.
Okay. So he was already not the happiest with me. When we arrive and we're with Sebas and we're trying to have a good time, I got off the boat and I went to another boat, because the whole thing was you get off the boat, you go to other boats, you meet people, you talk. So there was a boat parked next to us. I got off, I started playing football with one of the guys, and an argument kind of broke out. And he was like, I don't want you playing with him. And
Argument between you two?
yeah, and then it was just like little things, like the whole day was just not pleasant. We tried to make it pleasant, but he was irritated with me. I was a little frustrated, so that's how the day played out.
So, obviously it's normal for couples to argue, but did you feel as though you and Cole argued more than normal throughout your relationship?
I would have to say, like, we had a lot of good moments, but when we had the bad moments, they were bad. And it had a lot to do with alcohol. We were always surrounded by alcohol. When you work at the Hard Rock, that's just accessible to you, it's free to you. So our arguments would always be off jealousy and things like that. It wasn't like a healthy relationship. We would try to make it healthy. There was a lot of love there and care, but we just couldn't see eye to eye.
As far as the jealousy was concerned, was it jealousy both ways, or was one person more jealous than the other?
I would say Cole was very jealous. He didn't like older men talking to me, men in period, like his friends. And at the same time with me, I wouldn't say I'm a jealous person. I'm more of I demand respect. And what I mean by that is, if you're in a relationship with someone, you wouldn't be texting your ex-girlfriend. And he would have conversations with her. And I would say, I think that's very disrespectful. I don't appreciate that. And that's where the arguments would go.
Are you referring to Angela Rada?
I don't know her name. But
Okay. Was it Cole's high school girlfriend?
yeah.
Okay. And as far as you know, did he have more than one high school girlfriend, or was this the one?
No, he's had a few girlfriends.
Okay. Was this like
a few.
a long relationship he had?
I don't know.
Okay.
It was a girlfriend of an ex of his, and we would constantly argue because she was always texting and calling and.
So safe to say, it kind of went both ways. Yours was a little bit more tailored to specific people that he was talking to. His was more tailored to you talking to men in general who were older than you. Is that like safe to say, or do you want to correct that?
No, I think it was more of a respect thing. Like if you're in a healthy relationship, you don't talk to your exes. I wasn't here sitting talking to my exes.
Okay.
I did have an ex-husband, but our conversations are very limited and they're not asking like how you been, and I don't, we don't go there.
Okay, so then with his jealousy, it was, you said older men. Was that the common fight between, or the argument between you two?
Yeah, just men in general. Men in general.
To common fights.
You're an
Men in
attorney.
general.
If I may, the opening statement was extremely meticulous as to jealousy and arguing and towards the victim, so I'm trying to flesh out some
I
things.
think you fleshed out quite a bit.
Okay,
Sustain the objection.
okay. Is Cole younger than you?
Yes.
How many years was he younger than you, if you know?
Well, the first 4 months of the relationship, I didn't know. He had lied about his age. I found out when we were trying to rent a car and he wasn't legal. He wasn't 25. So that's when I found out.
Okay, so was there kind of an insecurity there? About the
Yeah, I
age
just-
Speculation.
I don't like the fact that he lied.
Hold on. You can answer.
I don't like the fact that he lied about his age. His family was lying about it too. They were fully aware. And I would go around the family and they wouldn't be honest and tell me, oh, by the way, do you know my son is, I don't know, however old he was. And then when I found out about it, I was very upset. I tried to break up with him in the car that we rented. And I was like, I don't want to do this. You're young. You have your life. I'm looking for something more just stable. I had children. I needed a father, a manly figure. And it was an emotional car ride. And I just remember saying, okay, let's just try. Let's see if we can make this work.